Okay, welcome to another episode of Midnight Yap sessions. If you are enjoying these, then that's great. I really appreciate it. I know I've been a bit slow on these, but to be honest, I've been going through a rough time. Not a rough time, not getting like depressive and that, but like just a rough time with business, with life, with everything with it, and that's where I'm stringing this conversation on today. Gotta drink my coffee. It's not actually coffee, it's tea because it is fucking 11 a.m. It's not 12, it's not midnight, I'm fucking lying. But no, it's got a little lemon and turmeric tea. Or turmeric. Anyway, getting into the video, it's basically talking about what I've been going through recently with my business. Um, and it is breaking promises. Now, I've discovered recently that this is a big kind of a big thing in not just in business, in life, like a big thing that you need to do for yourself in life. And the reason of that is because if you break promises to yourself, you break trust with yourself and your ideas, which then lowers your confidence. Okay. So, for instance, if you have a really trustworthy friend, they say they're going to do something for you and they do it every time. They say they're going to meet you, they meet you. Say they're going to go on holiday, they go on holiday. Say they're going to buy you a present, they buy you a present. Now, your confidence in that person to live up to what they say is 100% because they've never let you down. They every time they say they're going to do something for you, they do it. Now you trust them so much. You tell them more things. You open up to them more, and they become your best friend because they're always promising you these things and they're always going ahead with their promises, and that just gains the confidence in your friendship. Now, if you take this account into yourself, which a lot of people don't realize, is it's more important to keep promises to yourself than your friends because you are the most important person in your life. No one can tell you what to do other than you. No one controls what you do other than you. So you need to be your own best friend. Now, in this generation or in the society, in the world, you are your own worst enemy. But you need to learn how to become your own best friend, and that is done by keeping promises to yourself and keeping that trust. Okay, so in my instinct this week, obviously I'm building a business, backline, blah blah blah, automations, cool, cool, cool. Now I went through a little thing, and I was like, I'm losing discipline. I'm lacking discipline. I go to the gym, I'm kind of half-assing it. I sit down on my desk to do my work and I'm half-assing it. My social media, I'm half-assing. And I was like, what do I need to do to fix this? So I started planning my day. I'd say to myself, I'm going to wake up at a certain time. So I made a whole new routine. I said, I'm going to wake up at 5. I was waking up at 6. So I said, wake up at 5, go on a walk, etc., etc. Now I said this for a week and I didn't do it. I woke up at 6 or half 6 every day, even though I said I'm going to wake up at 5 and go on a walk and plan my day. Now, what this does, even though it's a little things, is the minute you wake up, you go, fuck, I let myself down. I said I was going to go on a walk. I said I was going to get up early and I didn't. And that starts the day off so bad. And then over time, every day that happens, every day you break a promise to yourself, you lose trust in yourself. Now, what happens with this is when you lose trust in yourself, it basically means any decision you tell yourself you're going to do, any business you're going to create, any idea you have, any goal you have, if you want to go traveling, whatever, every single goal you have, you'll doubt yourself because you can't even stick to the little things, the little promises that you give yourself. Now, I'm sorry if I'm going to be drinking my tea in this a lot, but it's really nice. So yeah, you're going to be breaking promises to yourself. And over the long term, if you keep doing this, it's going to damage you. Now, a lot of you do this unrecognizably. I'm lucky I'm in a place where I can understand myself. And one of the main reasons is making these videos to understand myself. And it makes me really good at that. It makes me understand is when I'm doing something wrong, I know I'm doing something wrong and I know I need to work out how to fix it. Same thing is if I'm doing something right, I know I'm doing something right and I work out why I'm doing this so well and I work out how to keep doing it. Now, what I mean earlier when I said a lot of you people are doing this unnoticeably breaking promises to yourself and you don't even realize is because you may have not had a plan yet. Okay, you may not have a business plan, you may not have a goal set out, etc. But even if you don't have a goal or a plan or a routine, every day you break a promise yourself, the future self, your future self who has this goal, will already start off with so much lack of belief. Because over years, even over weeks, it's happened to me over weeks, and it just happens like that, where you lose that trust in yourself. Because if your friend has kept promises with yourself your whole life, and then for 2 weeks they break promises, it's going to be like, shit, why for these 2 weeks have you broke promises to me? Why have you told me you're going to do these things the past 2 weeks and you haven't gone ahead with them? And you start to doubt them a little bit. It happens the same thing with you. If you tell yourself for years and years and years, you're so disciplined, you tell yourself you're going gym at this time, you wake up at this time, you do this at this time, you sit down at your desk at this time, and you stick to it, bang, belief, there's no doubt in yourself, because you know if you tell yourself you're going to do something, you do it. The belief is at 100%. The self-doubt is literally minimal, and you're fucking rolling. But then you have 2 weeks where you go, I'm not going to wake up at this time. Or you tell yourself you're going to wake up at this time and you don't. You tell yourself you're going to go gym and have this split and you don't go ahead with it. You say you're going to go on a run for this long. Now, even if you do go on a run, but you don't go on it for as long as you said, you've broken a promise to yourself. Now, it's really harsh, okay? Because the reason this happens is people promise themselves too much. It's like your friend promising you, yes, in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to buy you a 50 grand watch. Now, that's a very big promise. And if they don't do that, which is very likely, obviously depending on their situation, but it's very unlikely they do that, it's still, you lose doubt with that person. Now, what I'm trying to say is people set big promises in themselves. Yes, it's not a 50 grand watch, but people set promises in themselves saying, I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym. But their whole life, they've been waking up at 8 and they've been going gym after work. So now you may set this big goal for tomorrow. You're like, yes, I'm going to wake up at this time. Yes, I'm going to do that. Then you wake up at 7, start the day off like, fuck, I broke that promise to myself. Now, that was such an unattainable goal that you promised yourself, but you still damaged yourself by lacking that, or you've damaged yourself by not trusting yourself because you haven't done it. Now, what you should do is, if your whole life you've been waking up at 8 a.m. and going gym after work, you should make this goal more attainable to gain that trust, gain that belief in yourself, so then you can keep making the promise harder and harder and harder, but you keep completing it. So what I mean by this is, what I figured out this week is I was setting these really big goals on myself and not going ahead with them because they were too far-fetched. Now, the way I realized to go around this is set smaller goals on myself that are maybe 10% closer to that big goal I want. And every day I complete that goal, make it 10% harder, complete that goal, make it 10% harder. Now, it's really easy to do, but I'm building that belief back up, back up, back up. And then when I hit that big goal and complete that big goal, bang, belief, no self-doubt, all the self-doubt's gone, the belief is there, it's fucking moving. So now that is what I'm trying to say in this video. Bottoms up, tea's done. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in this video, because that's what I've been going through this week. I know it's kind of a lively one because it's actually still quite early. It's only 11 a.m. 11 a.m., 11 p.m. But that's what I want to talk about. Well, that's what I wanted to get off my chest in this video. That's what I've been going through. I know it's probably a short one. I know it's probably been a bit of rambling and a bit more, it's not been as chill as the past ones, but I've hoped you have got something from this video. And it is basically just any goal you have in life, literally anything, traveling, business, friendship, family, whatever, any goal. The way you get to that goal is keeping promises to yourself, trusting yourself, and having as minimal self-doubt as possible. Now, the way you do this is, like I said at the start, keeping promises to yourself, because then that eliminates, the self-doubt and the trust, okay? Because if you tell yourself you're going to do something over and over and over again, and you do it, you tell yourself you're going to post on social media, you tell yourself you're going to book that flight, you tell yourself you're going to get up early, you tell yourself you're going to go gym, you tell yourself you're going to go on a run, and you do it, the belief in yourself that you can achieve anything after that is maximum. Like, I know it sounds so little, I know it sounds so weird saying, just by telling yourself you're going to go on a run tomorrow and you do it, you believe you can do anything, but you truly can. Because if you tell yourself over and over again these little things you keep ticking off and you keep completing them, why not that big goal? Why can you not achieve that big goal? So that's what I wanted to say. It was a short one, it was a quick one. I need to get back in the swing of the Midnight Yaps and the YouTube again because I've been slacking and it's because I've been breaking these promises. So we're back on it, back on the grind, back on our way to the top. Like I say, in a year, in a couple years' time, you'll see me at the top, and people will be watching these videos going, "Fuck, bro, look where he started. Look at all this shit." But it all comes from work, and it all comes from belief, promises, trust. So I hope you take something away from this video. I know it's been a different Midnight Yap session. Hopefully, I will get someone with me soon on a video. I want to get someone like a little mini podcast. I want to turn this into a podcast. So I want to get someone on the video with me. But for now, it's just me, just you talking. So yeah, I'm sorry if it's been a bit not hyper, but a bit more than the past ones. The past ones have been quite chill, but that's what happens, man. That's what these videos are. It's just off the script, off the top of the dome, talking. So yes, I hope you take something from this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next ones.